What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a country that has captured the hearts of travelers for centuries: Italy. If you're planning your first trip or dreaming of a return visit, you're in the perfect place. Italy isn't just a destination, it's an experience for all the senses. And after visiting over a dozen times and exploring countless resources, I've compiled the ultimate guide with essential tips, incredible places, and maybe even a few secrets to help you experience the real Italy. So grab a virtual espresso because we've got a lot to cover. First off, let's talk planning. A crucial tip from the sources, and something I wholeheartedly agree with, is don't limit your itinerary to just the biggest, most famous cities like Rome, Florence, and Venice. Italy has 20 distinct regions, each a universe unto itself with unique landscapes, traditions, dialects, and incredible cuisine. While those big names are iconic for a reason, expanding your journey to include smaller villages or nearby areas offers a mix of popular sites and authentic experiences. Timing your visit is another key factor. If possible, try to avoid the peak summer months of July and August. This is when you'll face the highest prices, the biggest crowds, and often intense heat. Spring, particularly May or early fall, are widely recommended for milder weather, vibrant landscapes, and fewer tourists. Now, logistics getting around. For traveling between cities, public transport, especially trains, is highly recommended. Driving can be incredibly stressful, especially in smaller villages with narrow roads and busy city centers with restricted traffic zones, known as ZTLs, where you can be fined for driving unless you have a permit. If you're using public transport, pay close attention. Buy bus tickets before you board, typically available at tobacco shops or newsstands. For trains, buying your tickets in advance is often a good idea to avoid chaotic stations and ensure you have your ticket ready. And this is super important, especially if you have a physical ticket. You must validate it at one of the machines before boarding the train, or it's not considered valid and you can still get fined. With digital tickets, this is less of a concern. When you arrive in Italy, be prepared for a few common practices. Hotels are legally required to make a copy of your passport, and you'll likely be asked to pay a tourist tax, usually a few euros per person per night. This isn't a scam, it's a legal obligation and often paid in person. Also, have some cash on hand. It's useful for smaller purchases like gelato or using public restrooms, which often require a small fee, maybe 50 cents or €1. Speaking of bathrooms, don't be alarmed if you can't find the flush right away. They can be in some unexpected places. On safety, be aware of pickpockets, particularly in crowded tourist areas and train stations. Also, watch out for common tourist scams, like people trying to give you free items and then demanding money. Beyond opportunistic theft, serious violent crime is not a major concern for tourists. Moving to culture and etiquette, remember the tremendous cultural diversity within Italy. Don't rely on broad stereotypes. Northern Italy can feel very different from southern Italy. Learning a few basic Italian phrases like buongiorno, good morning, hello, buonasera, good evening, hello, and grazie, thank you, is always appreciated. When visiting churches, it's important to cover your shoulders and knees. Many places strictly enforce this, and you might be turned away if you don't. A light scarf is easy to carry. Tipping isn't the same as in North America. Often a service or cover charge is already included. If you do tip, it's usually less than 10% and it's not always expected, so don't feel obligated. Be prepared for slower service in restaurants. It's part of the more relaxed dining culture. They aren't trying to rush you, but you will likely need to ask for the bill when you're ready. Coffee culture is unique. Most Italians drink coffee quickly while standing at the bar. If you just ask for a cafe, you'll get an espresso. Asking for a latte will get you just milk. For coffee with milk, ask for a cafe macchiato. And generally, milky coffees like cappuccinos aren't typically ordered after a meal. Staying hydrated is easy and often free. Many cities have free public water fountains where you can refill a reusable bottle. However, water at restaurants is almost never free, and asking for tap water can sometimes be seen as impolite. Specify if you want still, naturale, or sparkling, frizzante. And for dessert, gelato. Look for gelato stored in metal tins, often with lids, and with natural, less vibrant colors. Bright, neon, piled high gelato often means artificial ingredients. When you're sightseeing, be prepared to see scaffolding and restoration work. Italy's historic sites are ancient and require constant upkeep. To avoid crowds at major attractions, aim for sunrise visits or go just before closing time. Booking tickets in advance for popular spots like the Colosseum or Uffizi is highly recommended to save time and avoid disappointment. Also, look into city passes if you plan to visit many paid attractions. They can save you money. Italy is home to more UNESCO World Heritage sites than any other country, housing a massive percentage of the world's artistic heritage. From ancient Roman ruins to Renaissance art, it's a living museum. Now let's highlight some of the incredible places mentioned across the sources, showcasing that mix of famous and lesser-known gems. Rome, the Eternal City, with history spanning over 20 centuries. From the Colosseum to the Trevi Fountain, where tossing a coin ensures your return. Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, famous for its art, the majestic Duomo, and the Ponte Vecchio. Venice, a uniquely beautiful city on islands, known for its canals, St. Mark's Square, and iconic gondola rides. Don't forget to try the Venetian Chieti. Naples, the vibrant historic birthplace of pizza. Explore its lively center and the nearby ancient ruins of Pompeii and Herculaneum. The Amalfi Coast, a breathtaking southern paradise with towns clinging to cliffs like Positano. Hike trails like the Path of the Gods or visit the stunning island of Capri and its blue grotto nearby. The Dolomites' jagged mountain peaks in the north, offering incredible hiking and scenery like Saseda or Tre Cime di Lavaredo. It's a year-round destination. Cinque Terre, 5 colorful seaside villages on the Ligurian coast, perfect for hiking the coastal trails or exploring by regional train. Don't miss the local pesto or Siacetra wine. Tuscany, famous for its rolling golden hills, vineyards, and charming hilltop towns. Explore places like San Gimignano with its medieval towers, Pienza, the ideal Renaissance city, or Volterra with its Etruscan history. The Val d'Orcia landscape is a work of art itself. Puglia, in the heel of Italy, known for whitewashed towns and unique trulli houses, especially in Alberobello and the Etria Valley. Polignano a Mare offers stunning coastline views built right onto the cliffs. Italian lakes, from the famous Lake Como with its luxury villas, to Lake Garda, Italy's largest lake, Lake Maggiore with its Borromean islands, or the tranquil Lake Orta. Each offers picturesque beauty and unique charm. Sicily, the largest island, a melting pot of cultures and history. Explore ancient Greek temples like the Valley of the Temples, vibrant cities like Palermo or Catania at the foot of Mount Etna, the stunning coastal towns like Cefalu or Taormina, and the historic island of Ortigia in Syracuse. But Italy isn't just these major sites. The sources highlight the magic of unseen Italy and hidden villages. Think about places like the ancient cave city of Matera, a UNESCO site with a fascinating history of revitalization. Or Civita di Bagnoregio, a village seemingly suspended in time, accessible only by a footbridge. There's also the unique village of Rasilia in Umbria, built around streams and waterfalls. Or the colorful fishing village of Burano in the Venetian lagoon, where houses were painted bright colors to help fishermen find their way in the fog. Exploring these places offers a truly authentic glimpse into diverse Italian life, away from the biggest tourist crowds. Italy is a country where every corner tells a story, blending ancient history, incredible art, breathtaking nature, and a deep-rooted connection to food and community. So, whether you're dreaming of ancient ruins, rugged coastlines, majestic mountains, or quiet village life, Italy has something unforgettable waiting for you. By keeping these practical tips in mind and daring to explore beyond the postcards, you can craft an Italian adventure that's uniquely yours. I hope this comprehensive guide, drawing from some amazing resources, helps you plan your dream trip to Italy. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up, and subscribe for more travel insights and inspiration. And I'd love to hear from you. Where in Italy are you most excited to visit? Let me know in the comments below.